There's something deeply satisfying about building furniture from solid wood and watching raw material turn into something both beautiful and useful. In this video, we're exploring DIY with sculpture decor ideas that combine rustic charm with real functionality. Each project is crafted entirely from wood, focusing on strength, balance, and natural character, proving that handmade furniture can feel timeless, sturdy, and perfectly at home in any space. A chunkwood console table starts with selecting thick reclaimed planks that already show character but remain structurally sound. The build focuses on precision, cutting the slab legs square and matching them carefully to the tabletop. Mortise and tenon joints lock the structure together, creating a sense of permanence that feels more like heirloom furniture than a weekend project. As the pieces come together, the weight and balance of solid wood become deeply satisfying to work with. Once assembled, the finishing stage brings everything to life. Light sanding smooths rough edges while preserving natural grain and saw marks that tell the wood's story. A natural oil or matte sealant enhances depth without overpowering the rustic look. When placed against a wall, the console feels grounded and intentional, offering both visual impact and everyday function as a landing spot for baskets, lamps, or seasonal decor. Building a sculpted log coffee table begins with choosing a log wide enough to feel substantial in a living space. The top is carefully flattened, either by hand tools or controlled power tools, revealing rings and grain patterns that can't be replicated with milled lumber. Integrated block legs are carved directly from the same mass, ensuring strength and a seamless organic form that feels naturally balanced. As shaping continues, patience becomes part of the process. Each pass refines the contours while maintaining the table's raw presence. Finishing oils soak deep into the wood, enriching color and highlighting natural imperfections. Once placed on a rug in the center of a room, the table becomes more than furniture. It becomes a quiet statement of craftsmanship and respect for the material. A rustic wood sideboard begins as a box frame structure built from thick barnwood panels. Accuracy in measuring and squaring the frame is crucial, ensuring doors align properly and shelves sit level. Reinforced corners and solid joinery give the piece the strength needed for daily storage, whether holding dinnerware, linens, or serving pieces. The transformation happens when doors are hung and surfaces are finished. Sanding just enough to remove splinters keeps the wood honest and tactile. Once installed in a dining room, the sideboard quietly anchors the space. Opening a door or setting items on top brings a subtle satisfaction, knowing every joint and surface was shaped by hand. Creating a carved stump accent stool starts with selecting a solid log that stands naturally upright. The base is leveled carefully to ensure stability, while the top is flattened to form a comfortable seat or surface. Hollowing slightly reduces weight without sacrificing strength, making the stool both practical and visually grounded. As the form emerges, the stool feels increasingly personal. Tool marks remain visible, celebrating the handmade process rather than hiding it. A simple finish protects the wood while allowing its texture to shine. Placed beside a chair or used as extra seating, it brings a sense of calm utility that feels deeply connected to nature. A reclaimed plank dining bench begins by selecting wide boards that can support weight without flexing. The seat is reinforced underneath, while A-frame legs are cut precisely to distribute load evenly. A solid stretcher beam connects the legs, preventing movement and giving the bench a reassuring heaviness. During assembly, everything tightens into place with a sense of finality. Sanding softens edges where hands and legs will brush against the wood. Once finished and tucked under a dining table, the bench invites shared meals and conversation. Every time it's pulled out, the strength of solid wood construction is quietly reaffirmed. A solid wood entry bench is designed with durability in mind, starting from a thick slab seat that can handle daily use. Rectangular block legs are attached securely, and wood cross bracing adds extra rigidity without introducing visual clutter. The result feels architectural and grounded from the first test fit. As finishing begins, attention shifts to touch and comfort. Slightly rounded edges and a protective finish ensure the bench ages gracefully. Positioned in an entryway, it becomes part of daily routines, supporting shoes, bags, and quiet pauses. There's a deep satisfaction in knowing this piece will welcome people home for years. Building a rustic wood nightstand starts with a simple box structure that prioritizes function. Reclaimed planks form the sides and top, while an open shelf adds accessible storage. Clean joinery keeps the piece visually calm, allowing the wood grain to take center stage. As the final sanding and finishing unfold, the nightstand begins to feel personal. Placed beside a bed, it supports lamps, books, and quiet nighttime rituals. Each glance at the grain patterns reinforces the joy of making something useful with your own hands, especially when it becomes part of everyday life. A chunky wood TV stand is all about mass and proportion. Thick planks form the top, while vertical supports carry the weight evenly across the floor. Open cubbies are built directly into the structure, ensuring functionality without compromising strength or style. Once assembled, the stand feels immovable in the best way. A natural finish highlights the wood's depth, while subtle imperfections keep it warm and approachable. When placed in a living room, it frames the space and supports modern needs, proving rustic furniture can be both timeless and practical. Crafting a carved log bedside table begins with a vertically cut log chosen for stability and character. The top is flattened carefully, creating a usable surface while preserving the log's natural edges. A wide base ensures the table remains steady, even on softer flooring. As shaping continues, the table takes on a sculptural presence. Minimal finishing keeps the texture alive while protecting the wood. Positioned beside a bed, it feels quietly grounding. Reaching for a book or glass at night becomes a small reminder of the beauty found in simple, well-made objects. A farmhouse wood storage chest starts with thick reclaimed planks cut and joined into a strong rectangular frame. Reinforced corners and a solid wood lid ensure the chest can handle both storage and occasional seating. Hinges are aligned carefully, so the lid opens smoothly and closes securely. The final stages focus on refinement without overworking the surface. A protective finish brings warmth and depth to the wood. Placed at the foot of a bed, the chest becomes a functional anchor for blankets or seasonal items, offering daily satisfaction through its strength, simplicity, and honest craftsmanship. From chunky console tables and sculpted log coffee tables to benches, nightstands, and storage chests, every project in this collection shows how solid wood can be shaped into furniture that is both practical and expressive. These builds highlight clean joinery, thoughtful proportions, and the lasting satisfaction that comes from working with real materials. If these ideas inspired you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts or questions in the comments below.